So this is from the Catholic News Network. Yes, the Catholic they have the Holy See has its own news network, to bring people to Jesus. But yes, on this day 400, this is from the Catholic News Network. On this day, which not today, but I'm more getting to the propagandified. 400 years ago, the Vatican founded the propagandified. So yes, because back then the word propaganda, well, they would say it wasn't seen as necessarily negative. It was propagating the faith. Unfortunately, they were people that didn't know Jesus's word. They didn't. Whether they were just misguided. At this point, there's so many misguided ones. They're just too full of themselves to want to see the truth. It's the truth, really. So this organization, though, has gone on in 2022 to create the new evangelicism. Okay, so which is just like how all your companies have monopolized, or your healthcare system is monopolized under one. All of that is designed just to control people. And what the Catholic Church, where it really all started from, much of it anyway, was the Catholic hierarchy and all of its governance. Yes, nursing has governance, and it's why nursing is a disaster, but 60 years ago it was a much better profession and more ethical. Because once you create all this governance, okay, under every damn institution and agency, then you get just a bunch of people that are being controlled by whoever's above them. Okay, and then those people don't know what they're doing, and the next thing you know, the whole world doesn't even know Jesus's word, and they think that a Catholic Mass is somehow something that God would see as noble or right. No, none of it is. None of it is. They've turned, it's just not. So this is what has happened with the propagandified, because you can see here, it says, was a congregation of the Roman Curia of the Catholic Church in Rome responsible for missionary work and related activities. It is also known by its former title, the Sacred Congregation for the Propagation of the Faith, or simply propagandified. In June 2022, it was merged with the Pontifical Council for Promoting the New Evangelization into the Department for Evangelization. So see, that's why they're all ultimately under the same entity, which is how you would end up controlling everything, and then being a great way to lead people astray. The term New Evangelization was popularized by Pope John Paul II with reference to efforts to reawaken the faith in traditionally Christian parts of the world, particularly Europe, first evangelized or converted to Christianity many centuries earlier, but then standing in need of a new evangelization. So do you see, this is from the Vatican's website, okay? Look at the tribunals, the pontifical councils, the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith, the Congregation for the Oriental Churches, Congregation for Latin America. This is just trying to control people. This is not about spreading Jesus's word. People that were misguided from the very beginning, okay, or just had bad intentions to begin with, would be my opinion, then have led a bunch of people astray, just wanted power and control. Okay, this is ridiculous. And this is just that one agency, and this isn't even all the pages of the index. I just don't even know what to say about how unbelievably misled the world is. I just don't even know what to say anymore. And it's all about, they try to say that it's about bringing people to the proper doctrine. Is this what you see as the proper doctrine? See, what Jesus would say, I'm saying this with 100% of my heart. If Jesus walked the earth today, what he would tell everyone is the Catholic Church is the modern day Pharisees. Jesus wanted rid of the Pharisees because of how they were leading people astray. The number one way you know it is because the Holy See spends more time on their wardrobe than a woman does. Okay? They do. Because They don't read the Bible. Okay, they don't. I bring the one part up all the time about Jesus mocking the Pharisees because of this. That you're trying to make yourself look special to the world. That's what you're doing. So if you think God doesn't know it, he does. But because you see here what it says, portrait of Montessor James F. Laughlin, the ecclesiastical dress of priests styled montessors, similar to that of bishops. Yeah, they spend so much time on the outer appearance and the material and whether it's silk and what color it's going to be and the time of year. I mean, no wonder they don't know Jesus' word. They never read it. And these are the people that have gone on to create all these governance agencies under them. And then we have all of our professional organizations and our institutions that create governance agencies, and they all, too, mislead people. Whether it's your profession or it's your faith, it all goes back to an organization that calls itself the Holy See that doesn't even know Jesus' word or know how to be holy. And now there's all this debate going on. So stupid. About that the Catholic Mass needs to return to the Latin Mass. Look, Jesus is not going to support either way, even if, because this is the Latin Mass where it's facing, it's not facing the people. So they can argue all they want. It doesn't matter which way this priest or bishop or whatever hierarchy archetype he is, but it's not going to matter which way he turns. Jesus is not happy because Jesus was trying to get rid of all this. Yeah, Jesus was promoting know my Father on a personal basis. Personal relationship, not religion. Not personal relationship, not ritual. But besides, look at the idols here. Look at the idol. Like what? No, gotta let that. Jesus knows us. Jesus will let it go. We can bring in our own prayers, praising Mary, the Queen of Heaven. Jesus will be okay with that, even though it's not in the Bible. All the idols everywhere, all the bowing down to all of this ritual that Jesus was trying to tell the Pharisees, and they were never getting it, and these people don't get it today. They don't. Leading the whole world astray. Yeah, this whole turning the wine into blood, and then that Jesus didn't want all this ritual stuff. It's what he was trying to get away from. That's why he wanted the Pharisees eliminated, but the modern day Pharisees just became the Catholic Church, and you will never get them to see it. Nor will you get anybody to say exactly what I'm saying. Because people, just like when Jesus walked the earth, there were many people that preferred to see the falsehoods. Because this pretty thing of, we're raising up the wine, it's God's, we're going to do this, ritual, it's going to turn to blood, and the many people want all that ridiculousness. Many people want all this ridiculousness. Yeah, so Jose Octavio Ruiz Arenas is a Colombian prelate of the Roman Catholic Church who has served as secretary of the Pontifical Council for the promotion of the new evangelization. None of these people understand Jesus' word. I guess that's what is annoying. But to think and many of us thought, oh yeah, of course, look, that's the holy person because look what they're wearing. But then you find out they're not holy, and then you see this and you're like, oh, this is ridiculous. So this is what you decided to put on before walking in front of the congregation and giving a sermon? When really Jesus' word, really to be a message to the world of what Jesus wanted when it came to spreading the world was be the example of him in action, not necessarily preaching. That's what he wanted to see. That's why he wanted to eliminate all this ridiculous foolishness. So that people would come to him through the Father, come to him to get to the Father, as Jesus said. And know him personally and make the relationship the most important part. But all the denominations that now have fallen into this trap of the Holy See, which is neither holy nor can it see, is just a way to control the world, which is what that wicked one, that entity, that prince of the darkness, prince of the air, has always wanted to do. I guarantee you what God cares about is the relationship, not the ritual.